Welcome to the Aquaspresso Coffee Academy, and today we're going to be comparing the Jura XS9 versus the Jura XJ9. Whenever you are going through all the different Jura models, you'll see some are called F, some are called C. If you look out for the X range, X denotes commercial range. So today we're going to be looking at the XS9 and the XJ9, both commercial Jura machines. Now, being commercial, they're intended for offices of probably about 20 people upwards to offices about 100, up to 100. When you get past the 100 mark, then you've got to go into the super commercial range, which is really the giga range. But anywhere between those ranges, 20 and 100, the commercial range is sufficient. XS9 versus XJ9. So they are quite similar. They both have big water tanks. They both have big bean hoppers. There are a few differences, and I hope at the end of this you're going to be able to decide which one is a better fit for you. Of course, both have their pros and cons, like always. So firstly, Jura XS9. XS9 is one of the older Jura machines and still one of the most popular Jura machines out there. And the reason is because the price and the value you get for the machine is really incredible. The XJ9 does have a few extra features, but it comes at quite a big price difference. You're going to have to see if those features are worthwhile or not. So let's go through the differences. Number one, the Jura XS9 actually, in its favor, actually has a bigger water tank. It's got a 6-liter water tank, or just under, a 5.9-liter water tank, where the XJ9 has a 4-liter water tank. Both are big though, and both have a thermoblock technology, which means when they finish, you just top them up with water, and immediately after they're ready. There's no heating time after that. So yes, the XS9 is a bigger water tank, but I probably wouldn't use that to drive my decision because they both are fairly big. One other pro on the XS9 before we're going to get to the pros on the XJ9 is that it does have two thermoblocks where the XJ9 has only one. That means when you make a cappuccino, there's no waiting time between making a cappuccino and making a coffee on the XS9 because the machine can be at 2 temperatures continuously. When the machine makes coffee, it needs to be at 1 temperature. And when the machine makes cappuccino or steam drinks, it needs to be at a separate temperature. Because it has 2 thermoblocks, it can be at both temperatures the whole time, and therefore there's no waiting time between your coffees and your cappuccinos. The XJ9 having only 1 thermoblock means there is a slight delay when making your cappuccino. However, it is fairly quick. It's about 2 or 3 seconds. Pros of the XJ9, why you potentially want to go the XJ9 route instead now. It is for sure a better looking machine. If you want this as really an impression piece in your office or in your in your function venue, the XJ9 certainly has been made to look good. It's got a TFT screen, so really easy for first time visitors to operate. They don't have to really guess where the options are. Last thing, which obviously we have to look at, is price. Now, the XJ9, again, has these slight features and superior features in terms of looks and in terms of usability, but it does come at a price. And the XJ9 is about 20% more expensive than the XS9. So for me, the decision is, if you have this machine in an environment where the same people are using the machine every day, so for example in an office where you don't have newcomers that potentially don't know how you work the machine coming in every day, I would go for the XS9. If, however, you have a lot of first-time users, perhaps in a car dealership or perhaps in a reception area, coming to use your machine each day, then XS9 potentially is a little bit tricky to use, and probably the XJ9 is then worth the extra 20%. Hope that helps, and hope you can make the right pick. Thanks so much.